Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2024 Kia EV9 GT Line Long Range. Below me is a completely electric drivetrain consisting of two motors. Now I am super excited to be driving this EV9 because it is the first model year of the EV9. This is a completely ground up brand new vehicle from Kia and it's always exciting to drive something new. I think already there's a lot of things I like about this car and I'm excited to share it with you. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out and I come out to you. And huge thank you to Gerald Kia in Naperville for letting me take out their Kia EV9. You'll hear a lot more about them towards the end of the video, but they are rock stars. We've been working together for years and I'm very appreciative. But let's get back to that all-electric drivetrain. Well, there's two options that you can have. There's all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. Now, of course, the two-wheel drive version is only going to be one motor. This has the two. Now, the EPA estimates 270 miles of range, which I think is decent, although I would have liked to have seen that 300 mark, but not the end of the world. And if you do get the two-wheel drive long range, you will break that 300 mark. So if range is your biggest concern, there are more options available. However, we are out at the test track, which we haven't been at in quite some time. This is a private test track, private property. Oh, yeah. Oh man, EVs really get my goose, I tell you what. That just initial punch. The EV9 certainly has that, and I'm very happy to see it. This also has a 99.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery. It allows for DC fast charging, and it has a heat pump for preconditioning the battery before you charge it, so all really nice EV tech there. How does it feel to drive the EV9? It actually drives smaller than you would think. This is a three-row vehicle, and yet it doesn't feel overly large. It doesn't feel like I'm driving a monstrosity on wheels like the Hummer EV. No, this actually feels relatively tame and simple. And so if you're used to driving more traditional classic Kia combustion engine vehicles like the Sorento or the Telluride, I think you're gonna slide into this seat pretty easily. And that is a very good thing when introducing a new product. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior, because boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Well, in front of me, I have a completely digital gauge cluster. I really like it. It is decently customizable and you get some good information. It's clean, it's simple, but more importantly, it's new. I haven't seen this in Kia products before, so it is a very welcome sight. On the steering wheel on the left, we have our adaptive cruise control options, as well as our pages and selectors. And off to the right, we have our mode, voice commands, volume, phone options. And down in the center, we have our drive mode select, so we can select between Eco, Normal, Sport, My Drive, and Snow. And then we have a four-wheel drive lock button. I don't know why Kia and Hyundai have an emphasis on four-wheel drive lockers in their all-wheel drive vehicles, but I'm happy to see it here. Just a little bit of added customization to the EV9. The overall steering wheel does look and feel nice, reminds me a lot of the EV6, which of course makes sense. Off to the left, we do have a climate control vent, our charger port open, frunk open, power tailgate open, traction control off, gauge dimmer switch, and power parking brake. And then moving on to the door, we have heated and ventilated seats, memory seats, heated steering wheel, which is an interesting placement for it. But to the bottom left, we actually do have very soft and supple massaging seats. Now, you have three different settings you can do of pelvic, lumbar, and whole body, and you can set how long you want it to work, whether that's 30 minutes, an hour, comfortable stretch, smart posture, things like that. Really cool functionality in the seats that we haven't seen in a Kia product before. This is all new for the EV9. Moving down the door, we do have our power mirrors, which are folding, power locks, and power windows. Moving into the center, we get our large and in charge infotainment system. So it's split off into two parts. Off to the left, we do have digital climate controls. Now, normally I'm not a big fan of these, and I can't say I love them with my whole heart. However, no matter what you do on the screen, switching between your media, backup camera, EV screens, whatever that might be, this screen stays the same. It doesn't go anywhere. And so I'm not fumbling around trying to decide between my navigation or climate settings. It's both there, which is really, really nice. However, it is partially blocked by the steering wheel, at least in my field of view. And I would assume any field of view of, well, anyone else. With the backup camera, we do also have a 360 camera, and we could take a look around the outside of the vehicle, which is always a really, really cool view to see. And I think the quality is pretty high, and I like it a lot. Down below, we do have our standard radio, search, media, favorite buttons that are found in pretty much all Kias, but these are integrated really nicely into the dash, and I'm a big fan of that. 2 climate control vents down below, our volume scroller, interesting to see that. Then we do have our dual zone temperature and fan speed as well as mode, so we do get some physical climate controls, just not all physical. And then down below we have some interesting USB ports. So USB-C off to the left, USB-C off to the right, that's a charger only, and we have a 12-volt outlet. That's not that crazy, but then you see this little almost family tree looking icon, and so you can select if the USB off to the left charges your phone or charges and works for the infotainment system. Really, really cool that they give you this option. You might just want to charge it, and so that is a really, really cool option that they give you. Moving into the center console, it is sort of a 2-tiered system. Down below, we have a giant cubby for, I don't know, like a basketball or something. But up top, we do have openable cup holders, and so we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Kia EV9 GT line or long range. And if you guys watched my big friggin' bottle test short here on YouTube, then you will already know that this vehicle does in fact pass in its debut year. Moving up the center console, we do have some parking sensors, parking camera, hill descent control, and auto holding. But then we have this little circle. What is this, you might ask? Something I've never seen in a car before. It is a fingerprint scanner. And so some levels of the EV9 allow you to access it via your fingerprint. Very, very cool technology to see. Then we do have a wireless charger tray and a spot to put your key in case the key battery is dead. Storage center console with not much space, and then we do have the seats. The seats are very comfortable. Like I said, only the driver's seat is massaging. The passenger seat, unfortunately, is not. But heated, ventilated, power, memory, and massage. I mean, I can't ask anything more from any seat, and that is a very nice thing to see. And they do also have these little leg panels that come out as well. Very, very cool. However, speaking of seats, the EV9 has 2 more rows of seating. So let's go do some back seat reviews. All right, so we're in the second row of the Kia EV9, and these back sections are going to be sort of the make or break part of the car because A, Kia doesn't have many 3-row vehicles, but B, there's not a whole lot of 3-row electric vehicles available at all. So this is kind of new-ish territory. Now, we do have some really great features. Down here, we have a slide-out tray with some storage cubbies, but it also acts almost like a flight attendant or stewardess's beverage cart, which is really cool. I have USB-C chargers on the backs of the front seats. I have heated and ventilated rear seats. Love to see that. I do have shades on the window, of course, and I have my own temperature controls up here, my own vents, and I get my own sunroof. Now, there is a sunroof over the front 2 occupants. That's fine and dandy, but I get my own. And I love, love, love to see that. Overall, not bad. This second row is pretty good, but the third row might be a little tight. And let's go back there. Now, did you cut it? Did you cut the clip? I hope you... So now we're in the third row, and we do have USB-C chargers back here as well. Very, very nice to see. I'm not super comfortable. This seat could move up a little bit and give me more space, which would be nice, but it's also not the end of the world. This isn't the most crammed. This isn't the worst back seat I've ever been in. Would I want to stay back here for an extended amount of time? No, but that's okay. I do have cup holders, and I get to enjoy some speakers and whatnot, so nice features for sure, but definitely nothing too crazy. Let's hop out. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. Right around the back of the EV9, press and hold here. We do have a power tailgate, and of course some goodies that will come with when you receive the vehicle, some mats and whatnot. Over here, this is interesting. We have our press and hold that's covered by, why? There we go. All right, 12-volt outlet over there. We can fold our second row down, and we get a wall outlet. So tons of great features around here. We could pull this up for some more storage down there, but overall nothing too crazy. Come up here and press that button and we can lower the tailgate that way. Moving around the front, because we do have a Frunk, as shown on the key here, this side has the rear tailgate, this side has the front. There you go. And pop it up like that. It's nothing really too crazy. We do get the little glow in the dark. I don't know why they put these, like, I guess if you have stuff back here, it doesn't slide over and hit it and then open up your hood while driving, but kind of weird there. Max load of 45 pounds. The battery's under there. We get some nice Kia stuff and whatnot. So nothing too crazy, but some little groceries, little stuff like that is going to fit in there fine, which is very cool to see. Now we got to talk about the looks. And I don't overly love the look of the EV9. I think it is a little odd looking. However, they do come in some really cool colors. I like this green that I picked out. However, there is a blue and other things. You could search on their website. They actually have some pretty neat colors, which is always good to see, that at least you have options besides white, black, and silver. But beyond that, I don't think it's an award winner. I don't think it's a sore loser. It just is what it is. With all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving my first Kia EV9 here on the channel? Well, I've actually really enjoyed this experience. This feels like Kia is really upping their game. This does not feel like a run-of-the-mill Kia that your mom or dad might be used to. The technology in here is truly something special. The massaging seats in a Kia, fingerprint detection in a Kia, four-wheel drive locking in a Kia, Meridian sound system in a Kia. I mean, I could go on and on. This feels genuinely very special and very different. I think this is the true sign of Kia actually going forward with what they've learned over the last 10 years. Over the last 10 years, we've seen Kia completely transform themselves from a basic economy brand to something special in the market. And so I think that was phase one of their new identity. I think the EV9 ushers in phase two. They know they're good. And now we're going to see how far they can push that envelope. How good can they possibly be? And I think we're still only watching the launch sequence. And the best thing, the biggest thing, is that this is a new product that feels new. This doesn't feel like they rehashed an old thing or refried any beans. No, this is unique. It's bespoke. It's unlike anything I've driven before. And all of that, I never, ever expected to say about a Kia. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Gerald Kia in Naperville for letting me take out their EV9. I've worked with them for years. They are absolutely wonderful. Cannot say enough good things. Great customer service, great warranties available as well. So please go check them out with the information up on the screen or linked in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.